Here from the Netherlands at Little Harbor. Podcasting my video. So let's see what is going on with the twin flames. When I was meditating yesterday, I was so exhausted and I thought, well, I need to meditate before I go to sleep. Then I hear, fasten your seatbelt again, and you will be knocked off your socks by a surprise. And that will be really interesting. And it's probably knocked off your socks what you already knew. And also something very 3D actually. Yeah, how else when you're in 3D? Somebody has a 3-day work day, a work week for years, and totally hidden it for you. So the other 2 days he was not at work. So who resonates with that, you feel into it. So this person says, or he or she says, they have a 5-day work week, but they actually have a 3D work week. And the 3D work week is from Monday till Thursday, off from Tuesday till Friday. And who resonates with this, and when you had that feeling that there was already something going on there in that line, know where you have to look for the signs. Also about you get a surprise, you get knocked off your socks. I hear knocked off your socks. And then I really have to laugh because socks are really funny, aren't they? In my what I reviewed for with socks, what my interpretation with socks, my interpretation with fun came from socks. So yeah, let's see what is coming ahead. It's also Virgo entering Leo. So that means the summer of love, Love is, wow, love is all around you. Don't have to say anything, right? Love is all around you. The summer of love. So it's the heart ascension. It could be that you were in your mind space a lot, or a lot in your masculine energy because of surviving, or having things to do. And when you need to do things and you have to take action, you're in the masculine energy. And what I heard, now it's time to go to your heart. Your higher heart is getting an ascension, is getting activated by the divine feminine. And now it's time to move back, it could be that for the masculine, it is to heal the divine feminine within. And for the divine feminine, to leave that masculine more behind and starts to come into that feminine essence of yourself by resting, by rejuvenating, by doing the things that your heart desires. And that's probably what is happening. I also hear it's done with shadow casting. So you did a lot of shadow work, and now the shadow work, that casting of the shadow work is done. you know. So really start to receive, and really start to you know, you've been in the shadow for so long, as it's almost for the divine feminine, it's almost a must, you know, to work through her essence. And she works a lot, you know, and she works a lot with that shadow. She feels that shadow, then she has to, you know, get this heart ascension again, you know, have to get light in that heart to transmute all that shadow. So and that's also for, sometimes it's also for the divine masculine. Most masculine are not that aware of that shadow they carry, but it comes up when they with the divine feminine, because that's when the light gets shed on things, gets shined on things. Well, let's see. And now what is happening for the masculine, he is going through a heart ascension because of the energies and the interaction with the divine feminine. And that heart expansion and ascension is really enormous. You know, it's like, okay, I need to go to that heart space. I need to go to that space. You know, let the chasing of money go, you know, because energy is also a currency. So let that chasing of money go. You know, I need to have more money. I need to have more this. Oh, I need to have a new car. Oh, I need to have this. All these things of I want, I need, and you know, you can let go, because it's you just need one essential thing, and that is love. And love is in your heart space. When you come in that heart space, and you transmute shadow, you know, and you get through your heart ascension, you know, and you get that more in, then everything starts to come towards you. You know, you can manifest it with your mind. You don't have to chase, oh, I need a new car, oh, I need new this, oh, what's the latest telephone, I need that phone. You know, let it all go, let it all go, because sometimes things just go in a flow, and you know, is working how it should be. You know, if things don't work, that's the way it should be. You know, it's not for instance, if there is a block, or you know, there's a roadblock and you can't go to that direction, you have to go to another road, you know, and something is there for you, you get a sign, right? So don't plan all of things, you know, just let it go with flow, and let it come from your heart, and you know, yeah, and let go of the shadow casting, because I think we working through a lot of things, but when the feminine and the masculine interact together, you know, that comes up anyway. You know, it comes up anyway. And then you know what still needs to be worked at, you know. And in that piece I hear, forgive yourself, you know, forgive yourself of you know, maybe not interacting too much, or not you know, not going to karmic situations again, because you're grown out of it. Okay, so but there is a huge, because of the heart ascension of the divine masculine, there is a huge surprise coming up. You know, it will really knock your socks off, I hear, you know. So So go in that space, and there is a huge transformation happening at this moment. So let's see what's in the Divine Masculine's heart space at the moment, as this in this time, this week, upcoming week. By the way, it's a very busy week, but it's all resonating with your heart space. Come on, one card, please. Yes. Yes. Breathe in the sun. Wow. And it's really amazing because it's full of summer here. You know, it's a 32 degrees today here in Holland. And last week I was in Glastonbury and I still had my winter clothes on. It was so 11 on the clock. Wow, guys, again. It was so freaking cold. I had my heating on in the night. I was so freaking cold. I got out and got my PJs on. You know, it's really interesting how that works. And now I'm in 32 degrees. I think it was 11 degrees at night, and you know, I'm used to sleep in my van, but I never cold in my van. You know, it was never cold, but it was like, we all know that they are sending frequencies from the satellites, right? And when you have your phone on, or you have 5G in your house, because of all the smart meters and stuff like that, they're sending frequencies out that can, you know, get you very cold, but also, you know, the weather and the chemtrails and all that stuff, you know, controlling everything. That's why they already know in forehand that you have to pay more for your electricity bill, not because you use too much, but for what is coming ahead. So know this, guys. Know if you have to pay more for your electricity bill, because it's all energy, right? If you work with energy, you know it's all about the energy. So now, in his heart space, breathe in the sun. Breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Get that sunlight in. Get it into your heart space. Warm yourself up with the sun. You know, energize yourself. And if you see, it's the turtle has codes on his house. You know that the turtle has codes on his house. So every house has a number. Every house has a code. So know if you resonate with that number. And that's very interesting that they start to talk about this, because those codes are holding the frequencies that you are needing. Thank you. Some breeze of air. You know, that's just amazing that we can tune into all of that, because everything, you think nothing has a meaning, but everything has a meaning in our lives. So, and the turtle is very slow on the earth, but it's a very good swimmer. It's very quick in the water, you know, and it can stay under in the water for a long time. So it could mean that you're hiding yourself for a longer time, because that is needed. You know, you're diving into your emotions because that is needed. And you know, then you come out in the sun, you know, and you're rejuvenating, and you're radiating again. So that's in the heart space of the divine masculine. How does the divine masculine sees the divine feminine? How does the divine masculine sees the divine feminine? Crown chakra activation and walking the path of the heart. He sees that she gets crown activations time and time again, you know, and that's because the divine feminine leans back, take her rest, is connecting with everything. So her crown gets activated time and time and time again, and that she is connected with that heart space. So where the information comes in from the crown chakra when she's meditating or when she is doing her thing, then she get the information where to go, what to do, connecting with the heart space, walking her path. Just keep walking her path. And there is no, they ask me, where are you going? I know I go to Holland, I know I go to Europe. Where I'm ending up, you know, I know a place I will go to, somewhere in Germany, because there are some lines there that and work that needs to be done. But where I end up, no clue. If they say you have to go south, I go south. If they say you have to go north, you go north. Maybe I'm ending up somewhere in Denmark or in Bratislava. I don't know. It's only when I get the signs, you know, that I get from source where my energy needs to be. And divine masculine sees that, and it's really interesting how that works. I have a feeling a lot of divine masculines are walking that way, walking that path, and also walking that path for connection, because you know, being too much or too long around karmic people or too long around 3D energy makes their energy shift, or their vibration, it dims their vibration, let's say it that, because it's difficult to interact with people who are in that 3D mindset. So you can only stay there for so long, and that's the same here, you know. I only can stay in Europe for amount of time, and then I have to go, I have to leave. So that's how he sees the divine feminine. So it's the heart ascension, you know, going through and going through the shadows, leaving the shadows behind, activate the heart, going to the light, going through the water, you know, and get yourself in the water, shifting everything what you need, and seeing how the divine feminine works with her crown chakra and getting activated, and walking the path. So what's for the divine feminine? What is up for the divine feminine this week? Oh, and I hear drink loads of waters. Loads of water, I hear. You can't be dehydrated in this time. And it's for everyone, I think, because the temperature also went up in England when I left. So for the divine feminine. Yeah, cosmic cycles. Cosmic cycles, you're all connected, you know, you're connected with all the cycles. You're connected with the cycles of life, you're connected with your soul family, you're connected with the original star beings, connected with the galactic federation, doing the work, you know, connecting and weaving the web between people. Really, really beautiful. And that was with the divine feminine this week, you know, meeting people that that met your friends, and that's how connections exist. And then you move on, you setting a thread here, thread there, connections are made, you know, energy is flowing, it's going really, really well. Channelings are coming in, activations are coming in, and it's really beautiful. Guiding people on their path, guiding people on their journey, and that is really what is necessary at the moment. I also hear, you know, connect more with your star family. So connect more with the people you feel connected to, feel more to things like that. So that is, and it resonates from the heart space. And if you think that everything is coming to an end, no, it's all like a cycle. When, for instance, two cycles hit each other like this, you know, on this point, on this middle point where they meet, then they need to meet. And then it could be that there's a whole other cycle coming up, and you enter here and you meet somebody here in this cycle, you know, and then you're moving here and you meet each other again. So when these cycles are at the divine timing, you will meet your partner, you will meet your divine union, you will meet, you know, all these things. We are not living in lineary world anymore. You know, we're living in a circular world, so we really need to be aware of that, you know, yeah, you can make it in your mind, and that's, again, it's from the mind, because in the universe there are no boundaries. And you know, in the fifth dimensional realm, when you're talking about spirituality, when you talk about channeling, when you talk about the heart, when you're opening the heart, there are no boundaries. You don't need boundaries. You only need boundaries in the third dimensional realm, because everything is coming from the mind. And then you have to say stop to someone, you know, I don't like this, what you're doing. But when you're coming from that heart space in the fifth dimensional realm, you don't need boundaries, because it's flowing, you know. And many people, they're all talking about boundaries and boundaries. You know what happens with boundaries. You know what happens to rejection or saying no to somebody because you have a feeling it's going over your boundary. It's all to do with you, you know, because you don't want to give people any space. That's it. So you have to work on your freaking wounds. And in the third dimensional realm. And when you're in the fifth dimensional realm and you come from the heart space, it's love. You know, it's flowing. We don't need that. We don't need those boundaries, you know. David Hawkins talked about this in his books, you know. And when I heard, and I always said, you know, the universe has no boundaries. But there was no proof. And then I read David Hawkins, his books, and then he said, the universe has no boundaries. I was like, wow, I have my confirmation. So I know when I'm coming from my heart space, you know, I'm going in flow. I'm flowing with everybody that is coming in that connection, is coming on my path, that walks a wheel with me, you know. It's only our mind space that interrupt everything. Why would If everything is love and everything is open, why the freaking heck do you need boundaries? That boundaries are made from corporate worlds, from bosses don't want the people to get more power. That's why they design boundaries. No, you can't go do this because then, you know, we're not allowing you to. That's the whole thing. It's the 3D invention, and it's the invention of the world, you know? It's the fake spirituality. Wow. Wow. Thank you guys for getting this out, because and it's so beautiful, because our mind is scared that we make the same mistake. Our mind is scared that we repeating the same things, that we attracting the same people. But if you make different choices, you know, you don't get that energy in your space. So fear, it's all an illusion, but it's still there, because we creating it. It's ourselves, you know, we all creating it ourselves. I don't know why that happens. Sometimes it happens because you're not open enough. Yeah, then we're not open enough, they say. But all that shadow casting is gone, I hear. All that shadow can be let go of, and see how how do you talk to your inner feminine? How do you talk to your inner masculine? You know? I know, you know, when you feel when you let your heart speak, you know exactly what's good for you and what's not good for you, what people that you attract or what you reject, um, you know, from that space, because you know they're not good for you, or you know that but then when you go back to it, it all has to do with yourself. You know, it's all coming back to you. It's all coming back, you know, to yourself. And sometimes you want just to elevate and not go back to the past. That's it. You want to elevate with someone. You know, I don't want to fall in love with someone. I want to rise in love with someone. That we rise and we raise each other up, you know, and not pull each other down, what they do in the third dimensional realm, because the boss needs its way and the people needs to listen. You know, it's not different than the Roman Empire, you know, we had ages ago. So yeah, it's like we are no slaves, you know. We are no slave of this matrix. We are the chosen ones to shift this world and to create a new world. So yeah, wow. Thank you guys for these channelings, because this is really needed, I think. And yeah, it's the card of the cycles. It's the card of, you know, making new cycles, making new connections. You know, also here your soul family is here, you know, coming from this light. So connect with them, connect with the people that you feel you're connected to. And if you want to raise your vibration and you want to elevate, you know, don't keep yourself stuck, you know, in the third dimensional realm. It's And sometimes we need to be there to bring our light and to raise that vibration in the third dimensional realm. Otherwise, before you know it, you have no voice anymore. You get gagged. You get gagged. Yeah. Oh well. Resolution. Coming together in the center of the heart space of the Divine Feminine. The triangle. Feminine, masculine and source. Working all together to come back in the center. Come back in the middle. Connecting with Mother Earth, bringing their energies to Mother Earth, because that's what is needed. You know, there is, I have a feeling Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, at heart frequency, they are the same. Some things are in alignment and some things don't. But that is not, just wait for this truck to run by. Coming in with a truck, right? Yeah. Well, some things are in alignment, some things are not. That's what they say. We don't ask you to be a total mirror of each other. Otherwise, there's nothing more to learn. You're also learning from each other. You know, one person is doing this, other person is doing that. But at least 4 things needs to be in alignment with each other. Why 4? Oh, why 4? Why 4? To create family, to create new life. Okay. So 4 things needs to be in alignment with each other, what they both have, and then they can move forward. Because you still want to learn from each other, you still want to create with each other, and you're getting hot here, and you still want to be able to move forward with each other. But the most important thing, the heart frequency needs to be in alignment. That frequency of the heart is most important. And then you get this, you know, the frequency of Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, you know, Mother Earth, you know, working with the crystals, coming together, bring it to the earth, bring it to Mother Earth to elevate, you know, our waters. And that's very important now, to elevate and activate the waters and the land. A lot of people did already grid work, but now we're heading towards the waters. We all get pulled towards the waters because we all know that our waters are heavily distorted, I hear, and poisoned. And that's how we activate the waters, by love, by music, by crystals, by everything. And there's a really funny comedian, I forgot his name, but look him up on YouTube. My mother is activating rivers. That is, oh, it's hilarious. I showed it to my children, and they thought it was just funny. And when I saw it, had to laugh so hard about this. Okay, how does the Divine Feminine sees the Divine Masculine? Ships of light. She sees it in him. She sees that he is connected to the light, that he is connected to the geometry, that he is connected to the world, that he is connected to, you know, to the other realms. And he's not connected to one realm, he's connected to multiple realms. And it's very, very interesting. Everything in him gets activated at this moment. It's home, you know, home is home is calling him home, you know, to do the work, to work with them, to maybe work with the ascended masters also. That's what I hear, the angels. When it's and don't push it, I hear, don't push it, because it all will come in divine timing, you know. But that's how the divine oh, that's interesting. That's interesting, because the divine feminine, I hear, divine feminine sees the potential in the higher self of the divine masculine, what he's capable of. So when she sees what he's doing, when she sees, you know, how he get activated, and she sees where he can go, you know, then there wouldn't be any limited feelings or with the divine masculine. Because he's not limited. There are no limits for him. There is just more light, more activations, more things to do, more things that are coming his way, more creativity, more things that, and that's when he connects with the divine feminine, you know, the idea starts to flow and starts to come in, you know, and really generates, because that's the connection they have, divine masculine, divine feminine, and source, that is anchoring it down in the earth, on the earthly plane, and then it can get out in the open, can get out in the world. So divine masculine and divine feminine, both of them, they are being activated on not only a spiritual level, but also on a level of creativity and work-wise. And that's what they say. That's why they need to be together, to create. Not just one, not just, you know, not just one, not just like the divine feminine needs to be there to support the divine masculine in the patriarchy, you know, she needs to be there, but she is there for him, to activate him, and he is there to activate her, you know, to give her the inspiration and to give her the things that are coming. And when this coming together, you know, it gets anchored in this world. Wow. So yeah, really beautiful. And then it's just the beginning, I hear. It's just the beginning. Okay, let's see what will support the divine masculine. So the divine feminine sees here that that he is getting activated by the divine feminine and sees his highest potential from his higher self. What his higher self has in store for him. It's really beautiful. She can help him to manifest that. It's, oh, incredible. Wow, divine masculine. What is supporting the divine masculine? His divine masculine energy, Lemurian energy, playfulness, fun, feeling that freedom, of where he can go, feeling the freedom of his heart, you know, making rebirth and making new starts, you know, elevating from the heart space, elevating from the shadows yeah, elevating from the shadows, they say. So it's like a total, well, maybe you divine feminine, when you're in separation with your divine masculine, and when you're coming back in union, maybe he will shock the socks out of you, you know, of the elevation and how he is changed and switched and you know, and activated himself. That would be really nice, right? Then he's in that divine masculine energy and saying, you know, taking no for an answer. It's like, bomb. I feel so much energy coming from him, you know, real masculine energy from the heart space, but also from passion. Though there is so much passion within this masculine, but if there are too much in the feminine energy, because they're hanging around too much feminine or around too much masculine energy of the third dimensional realm, you know, the testosterone goes down. So they, oh, that's what they need. They need the divine feminine to get that all activated again. Oh, that's interesting. Well, yeah, I feel really, why is that coming up? I hear the Italian stallion. Oh my god, guys, you're really knocking me off my feet here. This is really getting interesting reading here. There's so much passion, so much fire in this masculine, and they say Italian stallion, and I have no clue where it's coming from. Maybe I have to go to Italy to activate some mountains there. I have no clue. But it's within the divine masculine. So his divine masculine energy is getting activated. So that's really beautiful. What's this about? They say don't make for the divine masculine. Don't mirror your divine feminine. Don't mirror your divine feminine, because then you get pushed in your divine feminine energy when you start to mirror her, and there is no connection. Stay in your divine masculine energy. Oh, interesting that they say that don't mirror the divine feminine. You need to stay in your divine masculine energy. Very interesting. But that also is for the divine feminine, then don't mirror the divine masculine, because then you're coming into your masculine energy, and then you're getting these two magnets together, and then the shadows are coming up, and then you are not compatible with each other. Oh, interesting. Oh my gosh, this is getting very interesting, guy, because then they say, look at your name. Look at your name. What's in your name? Get power out of your name. I know my name holds the key. Um, oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, so write your name down and look for keywords. What is the name? What is your name saying about you? What is your name? What is your name in numerology? What does it mean? So they ask you to look at more things than just your name. And if you're probably aware of it, you will find in ancient history what your name is connected to, or towards which energy. That will be very interesting to see. Okay, because your name holds codes. That's what they say. Your name holds codes. So divine masculine, be in your divine masculine energy. Don't mirror divine feminine, otherwise you're going into divine feminine energy and you get a mismatch. You're getting a rebirth because you're working on you worked on your shadow sides. Really amazing. There's a rebirth coming up, and it's coming from the heart. It's the playfulness energy of the Lemurian timeline. Wow. So divine feminine, what is supporting the divine feminine? Oh, when I look at the cards here from the divine feminine, they're all connected to the stars. They're all connected to the blue rays, the Syrian energy. Really beautiful. They said you can live on love, you know. You can live on love only, you know. You can live on love only. Well, for me, I have a feeling I do live for love only. Ellen of the Ways will support you. You know, going into the woods, connecting with the woods around you. Call in Ellen of the Ways. Call in that goddess essence of you and run wild, I hear. Well, that was exactly what I was doing tonight, you know. It's full moon on Sunday, I think. Then we're moving also into Leo. We're moving into Leo energy. So it's a really good time now to go into the water. Full moon, water, cleansing, shifting the energies that no longer serve you, and dive in the waters. That's what I hear. You know, let the moon come in and let the moon reflect on everything. Let it shine on you, you know. And when you're connected to the waters, all things can come up. but also can be cleansed out right away. So that's really beautiful. The channeling in the water is extra strong. And I think when we heading on this huge ascension we went in, you know, last week, with the solar flares, with the acceleration of the 7-7 portal, with the Syrian portal open, you know, with the upcoming 8-8 portal of the Lion's Gate opening. Wow, guys, this will be an amazing time. And if you activate yourself with this full moon under in the water, you know, I would say you get everything you need, you know, everything you need. Run wild, leave things behind, channel the goddess within you, and all will be okay, all will be fine for the divine feminine, because it will support you. So what is coming up for the divine masculine? How does the divine masculine sees the union between divine feminine? Travel. Divine masculine sees the dragon, the traveling with the dragons, traveling, what's that? Love. Lemuria. Wow. Travel with the dragons of Lemuria. Travel with the dragons. Travel. It could be, you know, that you need to travel. That's how he sees the union with the divine feminine. That he would travel where he wants to go. That she takes him on travels. That she takes him on journeys. You know, maybe spiritual journeys also, you know. Protecting. It's from I hear, you know, he's protecting the divine feminine from the other realm. I don't have a feeling the divine feminine needs protection at this moment. Because she's always protected. But that's what he wants. He wants to protect the divine feminine. He wants to travel to Lemuria with her, travel to countries with her, travel on that, that's what the divine masculine wants. Interesting. I had some traveling journeys with the dragons myself. I'm a dragon girl, so a dragon rider. So is the divine masculine I hear. He's a dragon rider. He's not, okay, it's not Slayer, okay. So that's beautiful. So divine feminine, how do you see the journey with the divine masculine? He's a multi-dimensional being. She sees the divine masculine as a multi-dimensional being, being in multi-dimensional energies, you know, the energies of Lemuria, Atlantis, that connection with Sirius. They have multiple, I hear they have multiple past lives together, and not 3D lives together. Yes, twin flames. I hear Egypt. have multiple lives in Egypt together, but also multiple lives together in the realm, different galaxies flying together, I hear. Wow. So there is, yeah, and very divine masculine is very educated, very grounded, very strong, very very connected. And what I feel, and that's probably the energy that I feel for the divine masculine. He is the protector of the earth. He's an earth protector. So he is protecting this earth, working with the earthly shadows, I hear. He's working with the earthly shadows. And that's why he is still in that divine masculine essence, working with 3D, working with all the other dimensions, to be able that the feminine and the children are protected. Wow. So that's why the divine masculine is more connected to the third dimensional realm, and the karmic frequencies than the divine feminine. Divine feminine is like, oh, karmic, you know, gone, other direction. The divine masculine is more like, I'm shifting those energies so I can protect the divine feminine. How beautiful is that? Thank you so much, guys. So we don't want the they say you don't want the divine masculine. Oh, that's why they mean they don't want them to mirror the divine feminine, otherwise they're coming too much in the divine feminine energies, and then they are not able to protect what they need to protect. And it is it's okay to have a balance between your divine feminine and your divine masculine within yourself. That is it. Get a new neighbor here. So, yeah, really interesting. Hi. So, again, well, welcome home, divine masculine. Card for you. Welcome home again. You're home. It's the 1111 cards. Mission accomplished. You find your inner king. You find your inner queen, and you're home. Your search is over because it's already there within you. You know, you don't have to look at from the outside world. It's already there. Everything you seek is already within you. It's the mission is accomplished. Yeah, you just find your way home. It's the way to find home to your heart. So you know, we don't have to search for our counterparts. We don't have to search for divine masculine or divine feminine, because it's within us. And what is within us, we will attract from the outside. If you are coming from love, you know, if you're coming from a love space and if you're coming from that heart space, you also know that you will attract that person on that same frequency. Oh, 1 1, that's really beautiful on the 10 10 12 11 11. Oh my gosh, guys, it's really beautiful what my clock is saying here. Yeah, divine feminine, one with self, you are blossoming. You know, you are divine feminine, you are finding your true self, you are blossoming, you are showing, you're going to the outside, you know, you're opening up like a lotus, you know, you dealt with the murky waters, and you just have to have that faith in yourself, that what I hear a song, Don't Stop Believing. I think I had that a couple of weeks ago also. Don't stop believing. So yeah, I think that's the song. So divine feminine, it's your time, you start blossoming, you know, you change the murky waters or got rid of the things that no longer serve you, and you are moving on and you're opening yourself for everything what is interesting coming ahead for you. Because when we're going into Leo season this weekend, you will feel already the shift within you. You know, you're going from the emotional state of the feminine, you know, this fire gets activated, you know, you want to take action, you want to do things, you know, and you want to do it from the heart space. It's connected with what you're standing for, you know, and everything what you're doing with love. Very interesting, very interesting. So it's your lotus is opening, your crown chakra is opening. I hear your sacral is opening. It's two lotuses are connected with each other. The crown chakra and the sacral are connected together. Wow, there is an intense change coming up for you. So divine masculine, it could be that in the past you had to deal with a false twin flame and you had to deal with an accelerator, you know, because it's the intense change of the and it's you have the twin flame here with the and with the swan. But from the past, if I go from the past, what is holding you back, what is blocking you, was a false twin flame from the past that made you shift. That was such an incredible shift that created healing for you. You know, that was the accelerator for you to heal. And it was an intense journey. It's an intense change that was happening. And that was a twin flame, a false twin flame from the past, I hear. So don't, we're all on this twin flame journey, you know. Sometimes I think it's overrated. Sometimes I think, yes, it's totally accurate. I totally resonate with that. because what I feel in the realm, you know, I also feel it here on earth. So I connect with that and see what my guides and my spirits have to say about it. And they always come with the right information for me. So it's, and for everybody it's different, because the fake twin flame or the false twin flame, or it's a not a good name for it actually. You could say it's a generator, it's an accelerator on your journey. You know, you also get a lot of hurt from it, but it's also meant for you to change your whole thing. You know, if there's enough pain, you will change. If you just think about, you know, if you're not coming from the heart space, and I don't want to make accusations, because if I do that, it's almost an accusation, and that's not what I want, because every person in our life has a purpose, and a huge purpose. But most people in the 3D are all money driven, unless they awaken, you know. It's all about earning the money. That's what I said in the beginning, you know. I need this, I need that, you know, it's all money driven. And when there is no connection to the heart anymore. They don't even know how to come from that heart space, because they don't know how, because they're so programmed and so conditioned that what the outer world sees is truth, you know. And uh, it's the most biggest bogus there is, you know, because if there's an earthquake coming, or, you know, if there is a flood coming, everything is gone. And where did you work for? Yes, for you. Then you start to realize that your house is from the bank, you don't owe anything, your car is gone, and you still have a loan on it, and you have to pay the debts. So everything is an illusion, everything is in depth. So that's the third dimensional realm, and when you step out of that, you know, everything will start to flow. You will leave that energy of pain behind. But the transitioning from the third dimensional realm till fifth dimensional realm goes up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, it's never it's a bumpy ride. You know, it's a bumpy ride. But that's what it is. The past, the block, is the false twin flame, is the past. So what is the block and the past for the divine feminine? Heal the abandonment. Time to forgive. Oh, that's interesting. So for the divine feminine is, and I think the divine feminine did a lot of healing of the abandonment, but I can see where they're going. So the divine feminine in the past, you know, it could be that you need to heal. You need to heal the abandonment wound, and it's time to forgive. You know, maybe time to forgive yourself, or time to forgive the other person, you know, that they abandoned you, or that they left you, you know, with no help, with nothing, you know, that you were just grasping in the air and there was nothing you could hold on to. So I think that is time for the divine feminine to heal that abandonment wound, not feel abandoned, but feel comfortable with the uncomfortable. You know, start to train yourself to feel comfortable with the uncomfortable, because if you are not comfortable with uncomfortabilities, then you will always be overwhelmed by things that will happen to you. But if you say, okay, I will be comfortable in this space, you resurrect from that old space, from abandonment. And I think that every person in life has this abandonment issue, and it's already an abandonment when your beloved father or mother pass over, then you're alone. You're alone on this world, and that feeling of abandonment can come up. Maybe your mother left you, maybe your father left you, all these things out of divorce, or things like that, or not able to be on your own. It could be wounds from past lives that is still there, that you need to forgive yourself, forgive yourself, forgive the other part. Yeah, it's about feeling abandoned by someone. And that doesn't mean, oh, this is so interesting what they're coming up with. Doesn't mean the love is not there, It's just for instance, if you're getting in separation with someone in your life, they choose a different path for themselves. It doesn't mean that they didn't love you, or the love was not there. It's, or it was a codependency. That's also possible. That's what they let me know. The abandonment was needed to let go of the neediness and the codependency of a child to a mother, of a child to a father. And the biggest part is when we start to grow up and we get in our adolescent years or in our puberty, we are the ones that abandon our parents, because we going on our own journey. And that's when the parents feel the anxiety of, I have to let go of my children, I have to let go because they're growing. And it's always, for a parent, most of the time it's too quick, because it's not announced. It's just from one on the other day, they jump in their car and they say, oh, I'm going off for a weekend, and you're totally not prepared as a parent. So that's what it's all about. It's vice versa. It's healing the abandonment wound on this world. If I think now about all these people in Palestine, abandoned from their family, abandoned from their homes, abandoned for what was safe, and why the freaking world is not doing anything. It really, that's the abandonment in top form, in ultimate form. And then we are, complaining about abandonment of somebody that left our lives because they want a better life, and when you look back and you healed and you did your thing and you went through it all, look at the life you're living now. It's probably 10 times better than you had before, but then you didn't know because you were so detached. detached to someone to save you, to hold you in that space, to protect you, to take care of you, because that's the way we were programmed that it was needed, and it's not, you know. So that's, we need to forgive ourselves, and we need to forgive the other people, you know. If you, oh, I almost want to say, if you are complaining about abandonment, go and look there, go there and look there, or just put on your TV and look at the things they don't show you, you know. It's that's ultimate abandonment, that somebody else is taking your house, destroying your house, destroying the hospitals so you can't go anywhere. And almost like you know, time of Jesus sending you back into the desert, you know, sending you into the Sinai, you know, to get out there, because they need that land for all the elites to build a new world order there. You know, I'm getting totally fired up when I'm looking at the word abandoned, and we think we are abandoned. Yeah, that's just peanuts. It's not about abandonment. That's the real abandonment. We don't ever abandoned by anyone, you know, because we have our angels, we have our source, we have our light family, we are connected, we're connected to our heart space. There's no abandonment in our lives. We never were in a war situation of my generation, you know. And then I'm thinking, you know, we're just so used to the 3D programming and complaining about everything that we don't even know anymore what is real and what is not real. So yeah, and that's probably the time to forgive, you know. That is probably really a time to forgive. And who do you need to forgive in this one? Israel? Palestine's? Yourself? Well, I think that's a nice one to figure out yourself. Okay, so that's it. So let's get another card. Where are you heading with your twin flame? Divine Masculine, harmonize. You're heading to harmonize with your twin flame. And let your light shine. You know, like the Divine Feminine is opening herself and start to blossoming. Now it's for the Divine Masculine time to shine your light and harmonize everything what is out of balance. That's really beautiful. So that's where you're heading with your twin flame journey. Oops. Divine Feminine, where are you heading with your twin flame journey? Divine Order, practice patience. Well, patience is a virtue, of course. Patience is a virtue. And then I say, live your life, don't wait. Because practice patience means also, you know, there is always divine order, there is always divine timing. And if we start to rush into things, maybe things are still off, that still needs to be tiny adjust, you know. It only takes 2 centimeters to make that leap, to make that change, you know. Sometimes it's a huge leap from, you know, your old self to creating a new self, you know. That's a huge leap. And then, you know, to even get excellent or getting yourself even better, it's only 2 centimeters. So that's practice that patience, you know, be patient with yourself on your journey, be patient with other people. That doesn't mean you have to wait, you know, wait on someone else. It's living your life, doing your journey, doing your things that you need to do, and see what comes out of it. And that's what it is actually for this whole journey of the divine feminine and divine masculine. So yeah, patience, practice patience. So interesting, because I'm a Leo. Most Leos aren't that patient, you know. They can watch, you know, for a long time, you know, for a long time. They can lay in the sun and they can watch their prayer, you know, their prey, and then without noticing there is an action be taken, and then it's the right time, and they know it instinctively. They know it when it's the right time to take action. And then you have to run. You have to really run for your life, because when that is happening, then you know, you will be eaten eaten alive. Yeah. So it's really interesting. The patience is built in. It's a part of the Leo, but there's also a part, you know, that is they know exactly when to take action towards something. So yeah, at this moment I'm in peace, I'm impatient, I'm sitting here doing my video for you guys, and enjoying the wind, enjoying the sun, and then I have my patient time. So yeah, this is a bit about, yeah, me, but it's also going into Leo season. So Leo season is also harvest season, you know. We're harvesting the fruits of our labor, you know. So it's really in alignment with that. So take your time, you know, be connected. It's all in divine order. The divine is having your back, you know. Is there anything else coming through? And create your life. That's what I hear. And create your life in the best possible way, and that's good for you. Okay, that resonates with your heart. So yeah, well, thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, give a thumbs up, subscribe, so you know when my next reading is coming in. Know that there's a big surprise coming for you. You know, if you want a private reading, go to my description box below. There's my email address. Connect with me, and I see you next time. Bye bye.